Warning, this video contains rumors, speculation, strong opinions, and
welcome to Reacting to Gina and Ben Shapiro live, MME live. I don't know how, we don't really have any other topics. It's just me and Saggy diving deep into this interview, and I did not pay the Daily Wire to see it. They finally released it. Maybe if you pay him, you don't get to hear all his shilling for products during the interview. Lewis says, I'm always having a moment. Yeah, that's true. Rhea's here. Grobnob, the troll number 1 is here. Hey, Grobnob. So I think we need to jump into it because it's an hour long. I don't know if we could do an hour. We decided we're thinking about maybe doing 2 times speed, but then Ben Shapiro with 2 times speed might be scary and nightmare inducing because he talks so fast. Gina would be okay. So we'll see how it goes. And here's the thumbnail. Bullied, and then someone sent me this thumbnail. I don't know what she's doing with her facial expression there.
Why did you pick the most unflattering picture of her to make it your thumbnail?
That's not unflattering.
That's a little unflattering. You could see like the way she moves her mouth. You could see like the neck and stuff. Like you took an unflattering picture.
I didn't take that picture. Okay, Christopher Barker says she's pretending to be dumb. She knew what she was posting. She was told and stopped and didn't. She suffers the consequences. I mean, yes, I agree with you there, Christopher Barker, but I do feel that we should have a little bit sympathy for her just because everyone said dumb stuff on the internet. No one wants to lose their job for it. But then to act like she is a trailblazer and a pioneer and something to strive for, that's where I have a problem with. I'm like, oh, really?
I mean, I don't get me wrong. I do. The more I'm getting to learn about Gina Carano, I do like her. I think that yes, we don't agree on some things, and that's fine.
Oh, don't be criticize. I'm not even gonna highlight. Don't criticize her weight. She is a beautiful person, a beautiful woman. Her comments, not so much.
Well, if anything, just to comment on that, when you sit down, it is the normal for your when you sit down, your body like shifts. But my whole thing is like I love from what I've known from Gina Carano, from how I've seen other people talk the experience with her. She clearly is a sweet person. Yes, her comments on social media were kind of stupid. But that doesn't make her an awful human being. That doesn't make her a garbage person. That doesn't make her a racist, a homophobe, all these things that people are saying. It's like, no, she posted some dumb stuff that if anything, again, at best, you can consider it ignorant. But it's not like at the end of the freaking world. She's not out there trying to like rally mobs to support her beliefs to that degree. So it's like everyone needs to just freaking calm down.
No, Geek Prime X, this is what I've been shouting from the rooftops for weeks now. And why in my infamous thumbnail with a certain mustache on her, that was just to prove a point and to have the menace of fandom reading about me putting something on her face when there's horrendous thumbnails that they all support. And let's be real, the big thing that they're not covering is it's not just her tweets, it's her crawling to this group that is so against her employers and hates Kathy Kennedy, which I don't think she should come on my channel either, Gina Carano, because I said Ryan Johnson's trilogy's canceled, and I said Kathleen Kennedy fired as a rumor, and I discussed it. I underestimated her power, though. Like she's so connected that, and I thought at the time that they were going to replace her with J.J. Abrams, and that's why J.J. Abrams came back when he wasn't planning to, and then J.J. Abrams moved on to WB and DC. So I think it could have happened, but I also think I underestimated her. So let's get to the okay. Random Brad Creator, the best mod in Geeks Cosmics is a good mod too. but everyone makes effing mistakes. Jeez,
Xeno's a good mod too. Don't you stop
oh,
stop
see,
excluding Xeno. Xeno brings his own. He might not do mod things, but he brings something to the chat, which
yeah,
you have to
yeah.
acknowledge, Max.
Thank you, Xena.
I gotta show love to Xeno because I can't.
Okay.
We gotta
Well,
show some love to
let's
Xeno.
get to Random Brad's character because Random Brad. Listen, Random, you're a great mod. Feel free to criticize me anytime. Xeno does every day of the week. Everyone makes effing mistakes. Jeez, she's done some petty effing awesome stuff during her life on this planet so far. I agree. Oh my God, Sea Dog. Really? I mean, he is still upset with me over something that happened with B Level long time ago. Me and B Level are fine, dude. Why are you still talking? You're scaring me.
Sea Dog, why don't you come on the stream and say it to him directly?
I don't want him on the stream.
Well, I'm just saying,
I don't want it.
Don't
This
hide
is about-
behind don't hide behind a friggin' on keyboard warrior status.
No,
and talk your
I
trash,
don't
dude.
understand what your problem is with me. If you have a legit, I don't want you on the stream. If you have a legitimate criticism of me and what I've done to you or your friends, leave it in the comment section and I'll address it.
What's wrong with big bad people today? Like, what is going on?
Oh my God. I've been nice to this guy. I think at one point I streamed with him. I don't know what your problem is. Wow. Okay.
Oh,
if you're gonna
okay.
talk
All
like
right.
that,
Yep.
then
You can
then
be out. Bye.
Time out.
Yep,
I mean,
bye.
I gave you. Didn't I give him an opportunity to say what did I? What did I do to you?
You sound big mad, bro. Big mad. Sorry. You can go.
Oh my God.
I
don't.
Tuck and roll. Sea Dog.
Oh no! And then I got snowed up talking about B-Love. Be cool. Yes. All right. Don't use blanket statements either, though, Christopher Barker. But that I mean, what? Why are you shaving them?
Wait, what? Why are you telling us you're shaving them?
Snowdub's going woke. He's gonna be bare like a baby. I don't know. I'm not hailing him for shaving his nips. I mean, I maybe I should do. I don't know. Let's get to Gina. All right, let's get to Gina. That was an odd moment. Let's get to Gina. We have a lot to cover. All right.
Today's great.
Yeah.
Love it. Loving it.
Oh God, it's not my. I don't know. I don't want to know.
Haters wanna hate.
Oh shoot! I forgot this.
Love.
Darn it! I messed up. Hey, Brian.
Hello.
Oh, so we're reacting to Gina, and Snowdub is sharing way too much about his shaving habits. I don't know why he listens to MME and shaves. Be careful, Snowdub, because we're going hard at Gina. No, we're not going hard at Gina. I think, like I said earlier, I think her she's not a good actress. And it shows at the beginning of here, acting like a victim and that she was bullied. When what's the reality? She was trolling on the internet. We all like to troll. We all like to poke at people we don't agree with to troll. I think it's as simple as that. Should she be applauded for being a troll? Well, ask Jeremy. He thinks she's going to change the world. And I don't think she's going to change the world. And if this is the world that you're asking for, conservatives, I'm not against conservatives. I'm not. I say, but if this is the world you're asking for, where you have to pay for coupons for your conservative cheerleaders, and you never get any product, like Firewater said, and I wish Firewater could be here. He was here earlier on the PlayStation Plus podcast. He said, okay, I'm up for it. Give me an alternative. You mean all I could get Disney Plus and I get shows now, or I could pay for Ben Shapiro a paywall where he's still giving ads within the video, and we're not really getting anything from years down the line. If you conservatives want their own streaming or whatever, and they say Gina Carano is a trailblazer, they don't have the properties for one, like Star Wars, Marvel, DC. They don't have that. Show me what you got, and I'm not opposed to paying for it. Are you? Are either one of you opposed to paying for it if they give an alternative? But this alternative of grifting is par for the course, and it's more of a disclaimer to the public. You're not really getting anything except coupons and stuff like this. Was it worth? She would have.
I beg to differ.
Okay, all right, go ahead, Brian.
You get a leftist tears tumbler. Okay,
you're paying for that, so yeah. Okay.
I heard leftist tears taste better out of it for some reason, but I'm not entirely sure.
Don't ask about Charbo what that's what.
Well, no, the thing is what this interview did for me is gave me a little bit more sympathy towards her situation.
Okay.
Because what she explained, what she experienced at the hands of Disney after she'd already made her original stuff, part of me doesn't blame her for acting the way she did.
Snowdub says they already put a movie out and the trailer looks good. Here's fact checker for Snowdub. I don't know this 100%, but I believe that the movie that Ben Shapiro collaborated with to release through his Daily Wire was a movie that was already going to be made. So they already had an idea, and he put the money for it and made like a network connection, and that would have come out anyway. But he branded, I know which one it's called, Run, Hide, Fight. The trailer looked decent. It's more like a. I'm not saying you shouldn't make that movie, but it's talking about like a girl in a school shooting situation, and because of her relationship with her family and being taught respect for weapons, that she saves the day. Completely unrealistic to me. But I mean, that's movies. That's movies.
Okay,
it's more like an ad for the NRA, of course.
I kind of don't like what you're doing, though, man. Like,
okay, go ahead.
Well, I get it, man. But do you have to poo-poo everything they do?
No.
That's what I'm saying is, and it's far too easy for the people that are on the political left of the situation here to sit back and go, those conservatives don't know how to make movies.
But the trailer looked good though. The trailer looked good.
I'm just saying, like, that's the general attitude towards that movie or anything that comes out of that era.
I was so intrigued. It's just like, I was intrigued by the movie, and I don't think just because I don't think it's realistic that I think that's dangerous territory to go into. And thanks for the pushback, Brian. I appreciate it.
Not a problem.
No, I don't. I'm not saying that movies shouldn't go up.
But I'm just saying,
yes.
How are you say give us another alternative?
Right,
but
right.
How are you going to do that if you don't even give them a chance out the gate?
No, fair enough.
That's where I have a problem.
The trailer looked good. I would probably rent it if it was on a streaming, but I'm not paying Daily Wire a monthly fee to see it. So I don't know if
I wouldn't do it either. I mean, I'm not shilling to go bomb Iran. So no. I
just,
know for me either, but I'm just saying, like, it's really hard to start that kind of stuff.
No, I go into, maybe it's my fault of my own, and Saggy, you could correct me too, is I go to the idea of like the argument of like give teachers weapons too, or if you teach someone to respect it, then I get that viewpoint. I understand. Listen, art should be art. It shouldn't be impacted by someone else's perception. So maybe I was wrong with that one.
Wait,
I
what?
do see the trailer for the first Ben Shapiro movie that's already out.
Well, no, I was saying what you said. Art is, say that again. Art is art.
Yeah, and just because I don't like, say people were going back. We're real off. I'm off track, and it's my fault. Say like the Joker movie. People were concerned about how people were it was going to impact people. You shouldn't have to worry about how it's going to impact someone else. You just make the art and let it be. Like I personally, with the gun laws and children, I'm like, ooh, I don't like that. But I think it's within every right of theirs to make the movie, and it looked interesting and intriguing. It's completely unrealistic to me. If someone was going to present it in a viewpoint, see, this is what can happen if you teach children to respect these weapons and stuff. I don't know. That's a whole. I'm going way off here. I'm sorry. Let's get back to Gina Carano. Thank you. No, but you're right to push back on that, Brian. That's why that's why we disagree a lot.
I mean, I love you guys, but that's the one thing I've been hearing. It's like, she's going to go to the Daily Wire. She's a combo code. It's like, yeah, but dude, Like, how do you expect?
No, it's my last.
You're angry, but
also just let her do her. If this is where she wants to go, this is her career. If you want to support her, then just do that. It's like,
Okay.
it doesn't matter if it's gonna be good. I mean, if it's good, it's good. If it's not, it's not. But the whole point is, this is a decision she chose to take. She took the opportunity. And again, it's her decision. This is her job. I get people enjoy entertainment, but this is her life. This is her job. If this is what she wants to do, then again, you either support her in her decision of where she's going, or you could just move on.
All right. Okay. So Rhea says, I could still enjoy terrible Chuck Norris and Steven Seagal movies despite knowing stuff about them, and I'm super not okay with. Same with music shows or content from creators I don't agree align with it. I think that's a smart way to be, Rhea.
Well, separating the art from the artist.
We have to. It's like it's never ending. All right, so let's get back to Gina.
And I do have hot blood, but it's usually hot blood when it deals with people being bullied. I don't have a problem with power. I have a huge problem with abuse of power.
She's blinking her eyes and in trouble. Here comes Carano. She got hit right.
I don't know why.
Damn.
Trained in Muay Thai and with an impressive 7-1 record in mixed martial arts competition, Gina Carano is seen as the face of women's MMA, paving the way for fighters like Ronda Rousey and Amanda Nunes. In 2009, she left professional fighting, but the reputation she carved out led to Hollywood action stardom. From her front and center role in the knockdown drag-out thriller Haywire, the superhuman with incredible strength and invincibility in Deadpool, and most notably as crowd favorite Cara Dune in the hit Disney Plus show The Mandalorian.
I feel sad now seeing that. I do feel sad seeing the Gina Carano and realizing that Cara Dune's not going to come back. Now that I'm looking at it, I haven't actually looked at a clip, but this bullying angle is really cringy to me personally.
No, let's watch it. I want to see it.
Well, I don't know, dude. Yeah, go ahead and watch it.
No, to me personally, if you want my honest opinion.
No,
I
haven't seen what she said about the bullying. That's why I'm waiting to see so I can critique it.
So, all right. So before we watch it, you hear me and Brian are different opinions, which is great. This is what I've always wanted on my show. I think it's cringy that she's claiming bullying. And Brian, you're going toward, you get it. You understand. For viewpoints, you feel like some conservatives or Trump supporters have been bullied the past few years is where I'm getting from you before we watch it, and then we're gonna get saggy.
Oh, okay, so it's all about just the internet, Twitter, fucking not leaving people alone.
Okay,
that's all it is. I mean, you could call it bullying, you could call it whatever the hell you want, but when you spam someone's inbox with a bunch of crap all the time, what do you call it?
Harassment.
All right.
About it either. Having been very vocal in 2020 on masking mandates, voter fraud, Black Lives Matter, and a particular note right now that's silencing and outrage for those with different views, there was heat from the Twitter mob repeatedly, often using the hashtag #FireGinaCarano. The hashtag swung back around last week. This time, Disney did just that. Gina has since been fired by Lucasfilm, which is owned by Disney, and has been removed from their flagship show, The Mandalorian.
That's a shame. It's sad.
Their statement reads, quote, "For social media posts denigrating people based on their cultural and religious identities are abhorrent and unacceptable." She was dropped by UTA, the talent agency that repped her. She joins us today to unpack this unbelievable move and Hollywood's hypocrisy. We discuss how things escalated to this.
I agree there's hypocrisy.
You should be canceling your Disney Plus account.
Now this is Ben Shapiro basically said you should be canceling your, not based on what you said earlier, Saggy, on some other podcasts we've had. You don't like when someone goes as far as to tell other people to do it. That's Ben Shapiro.
I will say that and stand by that 100%. If I say I am boycotting something, that means I am personally doing it. But if you were saying, hashtag boycott this, it's like you are basically projecting that you want other people to stand with you because you want them to agree with the reasons why you're boycotting something. And I think that as individuals, it's our money. We get to decide what we want to do with it. So if you want to say, hey, I'm just letting you know this is my reason why I'm not getting Disney Plus, you can still do what you want with your money, and that's up to you. But again, my whole thing is if people are so busy out there saying, oh, we're going to cancel Disney Plus, and then that following week, they're talking about WandaVision. So again, put your money where your mouth is or shut up.
Mm-hmm. Boba Fett is back. Who cares about him? She was a fun character. I don't think she was the best. She's not my favorite character, but I'm sad to see her go. I am.
I have to give credit to Oh My Diaz for that realization. I gotta shout out Oh My Diaz because Oh My Diaz was the one who literally said the same people crying about boycotting Disney Plus or the same people reacting and excited for WandaVision the next week. So I can't say I gotta give that credit to Oh My Diaz because he nailed it right on the head.
Well, and Brian, I'm so happy you came on this stream to give a counterpoint. I really appreciate it too. And then with your point as to saying I shouldn't be dunked. Or saying be a little bit more. Not that I shouldn't. That's my opinion. But I should be more careful for conservatives when they're doing their own projects. I get that, but show me what you got though. This just coupon codes and subscriptions to Daily Wire isn't show me nothing yet.
I'll just say let him make the movie, and then
right.
By the way, I think you're being a little harsh.
Right.
I think you're being a little harsh, Max, on the whole bullying thing because. I seen comments that when this was going on, I was seeing.
But her angle is she was bullying, and that's why she made the comments. She did. Come on, you have to be playing really dumb to not know what those comments are not going to get you attention. And you're just having Twitter battles.
Max. So here's the thing.
Yeah. I'm not saying she deserved what she got.
Well, no. Here's my thing, right? So the argument is that she made the comments a little worse, I guess, to kind of get people angry, to kind of combat the bullying, right? So in my mind, it's like maybe people realize that her political stance, and once people find out that an actor they like has an unfavorable opinion that they don't disagree with, I've seen it in every fandom. They will go for the jugular. They will start coming at you and saying, "Oh, well, I loved you. You were my Cara Dune, but you support Trump. You are going to hell.
I mean, that's
you
on both sides. That's on both sides.
But this is what I'm saying. As far as the bullying is concerned,
Brie Larson. This is an internet problem.
But as far as the bullying concerned, I feel like that's what happened to her.
Though, man.
But you're criticizing on the reaction. I'm saying she's playing dumb about what her intentions of doing it, or what. Oh, I didn't realize this. She's pushing back constantly.
Well,
and
when she
in the context of her tweets, when she did that last tweet where she really tries to play down, and this was exactly during whose trial during the conviction stage, and that was the time frame, the context of it. I'm just saying there's more to it, but yeah, let's get back to Gina, and I might have to do 2 times speed because
trended to the top of Twitter when the news of the fire.
He already talks fast enough.
And whether or not this is the story that will finally break cancel culture's grip on American society.
Oh boy.
Hey, welcome. This is the Ben Shapiro Show Sunday special.
Oh my God!
Express weekend. If you don't like
I told you.
Spying on
yeah, he's talking way. You got to slow that down. You got to actually slow that down.
At one time, Speedy talks too fast, man. This is Ben Shapiro. We're talking about
VPN.com/Ben. Quick reminder: we'll be doing some bonus questions at the end with Gina. The only way to get access to that part of the conversation is to become a member. Head on over to dailywire.com. Become a member.
The show just started.
I know, Brian, but I'm telling you, I mean, it's a literal meme about conservatives.
Well, here's the thing.
When I'm saying I'm for you doing your own thing, I'm not against conservatives, but it's all grift right at the top.
How is he supposed to pay for this movie project that she's going to be in if he doesn't grift?
That's going to happen 3 years later. There's no details except.
Listen, how are they supposed to fund it if they can't get money?
Okay. Listen. I'll have my own bet of when this is going to come out. Let's bet when this is going to come out.
What about CNN? Like, what about NBC? They actually have commercials on there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay.
Of course, he has to put promo codes in there. Come on.
All right.
Why are you making me defend Ben Shapiro?
Does look like.
I want to know.
He does. I don't know. He does look a little bit like Jake Lloyd. That is kind of creepy. And the Anakin when he grew up. Look at the face. He does look like Jake Lloyd.
I'd smash.
Why'd you? Oh.
What?
It's Ben Shapiro. You'd smash. He's married.
Not on a Saturday though.
I just because I said I'd smash doesn't mean like I'm trying to. I just said
Zeno says he doesn't care about. He's just using her. I've seen that argument.
I mean that could be.
Of course. I mean that's don't we all like? Come on.
All right. Well, I mean she's not that innocent, and also collaborating with the internet's worst movie talk people.
Oh,
I'm sorry. The fandom menace Oh, come on! You know you want that Amico.
I'd have to go with Tommy. I love me some Tommy.
Yeah.
I mean, Ben can play the cello, but can
That's
Tommy's
a
wife.
minus.
By the way, Tommy's
Tommy
wife.
plays the guitar. Come
Yeah.
on.
By the
That's
way,
what I'm saying.
Tommy's wife is freaking gorgeous.
Yeah. she is.
Freaking gorgeous, dude. Tommy's wife is amazing. Like, oh my lord. When I saw her, I was like, well, there goes my chance. Just kidding.
Uh-oh,
No,
Reyes
no,
is
I'm just
Daddy
kidding.
Tallarico.
No. His wife is freaking beautiful, dude. Like all jokes aside, all kidding aside, his wife is beautiful. They're very much in love and they're very happy and they're just great people. So I joke about my things with Tommy, but
I think you're throwing a little snark in there, but you're not wrong. She's gonna be give money like this. Conservatives are like, woo!
Bro, imagine them doing like trying to find a way of doing like a bootleg X-Men movie, and she just is Jubilee, and you're just like, what?
Listen, she's not that great of an actress. I'm sorry. She did good in The Mandalorian because she was surrounded by a great property and great talent. I don't see
I think she's
leading role
I
in a
think
movie.
she's decent. I loved her in Deadpool. I mean, I think
she was in a leading role there.
It doesn't matter. I think she did well.
Simps for Saggy.
Oh, Lord. I love y'all. I love y'all.
Zeno. Okay, producer Zeno's getting pushy again.
Oh, yeah.
Play the video.
Yeah, we do this all the time.
Yeah, it's an hour long, dude. We're never going to get through it
Oh,
anyway.
my God.
The full conversations with every one of our awesome guests. Gina Carano, thanks so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
Well,
I'm not just stopping by.
if we cut out the
here we go. We couldn't even get through 200 minutes.
If we cut out
we
cut out the Ben Shapiro ads, that's going to take half of the show anyway. All right, let's get back to it.
You're part of the thing now.
I'm coming in for the
She is beautiful. She is beautiful.
So why don't we start with, the actual topic of the day, which is what exactly happened. You've said before that you felt like you were sort of on thin ice with Disney Plus and Lucasfilm for a while.
Fact number 1 demolished. She didn't know. She wasn't warned. Yeah, she knew. She knew.
Okay, never mind.
She knew.
Dude, you just let her say like. You didn't even let her answer the question.
Yeah. All right, man.
No, you're going off of Ben Shapiro's questions and then answering it yourself.
Okay. I'll give you that first indicator. First of all, why don't we start from the very beginning?
All right.
How did you get cast in the show The Mandalorian to begin with?
So I was sitting on my couch and I was thinking, I really have to take this more seriously. I have to take acting more seriously. I have to give it my all.
I wish she would have done that.
Because if I don't take myself seriously as an actor, then who else is going to?
You can say the same thing about
5 minutes
everyone's
later,
precious Wonder Woman. Is she the
agent
greatest
at the
actress
time,
on earth?
Called me and said, John Favreau wants to
But
meet
she
with
looks
you.
good,
I was like,
so we don't
yes,
complain.
Absolutely. And they were like, we don't know what it's about. And so we set
It's
up a
all about
meeting.
ideology, man. It doesn't matter.
I love looking at it. No, stop. Don't you pause it. Let her finish her point.
I was finished. I was going to respond to Brian. But Gal Gadot was asked certain political questions and she just avoided. She didn't
because she avoided it, or
no,
she didn't.
No, they wanted her to comment on it. I saw like a Fandom Menace video on it, and she was like, "No, I'm not going to talk about that." That was good reason.
Zeno, she didn't admit she was a bad actor. She admitted she wanted to take it more seriously and get better.
So and I wish she would have instead of falling down the social media black hole.
Sir, I'm gonna need you.
Sir,
I'm gonna need you to calm it down.
To rein in the SJW.
We got rein it up a little
bit. Brian called me an SJW. Bye, Brian.
Shoe fits.
Oh, the shoe fits. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Now you sound like one of the Twitter activists, man.
No.
What do you care? What do you care what she puts in her Twitter bio? I don't.
Is this Reddit? Is this roasting Max? God damn it.
Sorry, dude.
Oh my goodness! All right,
y'all are mean to her. Damn, she just
I'm not mean to her. I just think it's me personally. My pet peeve is
just started acting.
All right. Let's get back to.
She just started acting, guys.
And I wish she would have kept acting.
Right, but she's going to give her a chance. She's just started.
All right, we'll see what she does. See what she's got to do. All right, man.
And John Favreau took me through
John Favreau.
He's like, you don't know why you're here? And I'm like, no, but here's a bottle of wine. And I'm a big fan. And he took me through all of the concept art. And he's like, well, we're here to cast you as a part in our new Disney Plus series, The Mandalorian.
And how quickly was it apparent to you that politics was going to be a problem, either in the production of the show or on the set or in any way?
The interesting thing I think about this whole political thing in me is I'm not like you. I've never been really interested in politics. And then as soon as I started seeing what was happening, I guess in 2020, I started looking up like, well, maybe the adults don't have it under control. And maybe I'm an adult now, and maybe I have a responsibility to pay attention. And I guess
that's fair.
When we first started having,
yeah, but based on her actions of what her tweets were,
well, here's the
talking
thing.
about responsibility, people don't have under control.
But here's the thing. I'm not a Trump supporter. I don't care if anyone is. I'm not political like that. But my whole thing is what she's saying is she saw what was going on with the Trump supporters, probably saw the hate that Trump supporters were getting, which is fair because there is a lot of
there's trolling.
But that's what
sounds great. This sounds great, Saggy. She's like, oh yes, I saw big problems. I saw people being bullied.
But
so then I started poking with my own trolls.
But see,
she acts like she's a hero.
But here's my thing. Like I said, I'm not saying she's a hero. I'm just saying simply that when Trump was elected, there was a lot of division with people who wanted him in the office and people who didn't, people who said he was racist, people who said he wasn't. I had to have, that's why I don't do Facebook anymore, because my Facebook feed is nothing but, these are people who I've never had conversations about politics, never seen it before, but when Trump was elected, that changed for a lot of people. People were getting into politics because of Trump being in office. So that was a huge issue as it stands, as is. So I understand what she's saying is because I've seen a lot of people who have known each other for years, stop talking because one person supported Trump and the other person didn't. So again, I get what she's saying. There was a lot of hate towards Trump supporters. There was a lot of hate towards people who were anti-Trump. So I get what she's saying right here. You know what I mean? So I can't fault her for saying, hey, I see people going after these Trump supporters.
I think it's funny when people say they don't want actors to get political and then they prop her up. I think that's hilarious.
Because they don't like what those actors have to say is why they tell them to be quiet.
You're right.
Because they don't actors have influence.
The left is telling Gina to be quiet.
Okay. And actors have influence. They don't, like Brian said, that's exactly right. And actors have some influence.
Zodwriter, Sci-Fi was not into that stuff. I think he bounced when he saw that how volatile everything was getting. He doesn't like that, so he wasn't into that.
About it is to expect Gina Carano, an MMA fighter, to be some expert on geopolitical matters. It's just ludicrous,
right?
Or to expect any actor or actress for that matter,
right?
So it's like I don't listen to what they have to say because I know they're full of crap. Like,
oh, sorry, Jordan's getting pushy too. Got to play. Yeah, I can't be here all night. I got to work tomorrow. Buffering.
Oh, sorry.
No,
if you want to watch it, it's on Ben Shapiro's channel. You're gonna.
Hey, what the hell, Brian? Brian, this is the hottest you've ever been with me,
Brian. Stop club chasing off Ben Shapiro.
I'm already mad at you for making me have to defend Ben Shapiro.
Oh,
but yes, Matt was right. He does have a tendency to put words in people's mouths when he does interviews. Yeah. It's definitely a thing. He even did it with like Dave Rubin. And Dave Rubin does his own damn interviews.
Right.
So it's like.
And poor Gina, like
you
can tell she's nervous.
Yeah. Well, you could tell not only that, like this is something that's outside. Like I can honestly say, if I was in her shoes, I would be a little nervous to do an interview, but I would take that opportunity because you just got fired from a big project, and you're gonna take support where you can get it.
Zod, you could get in here too because Zod was like in Gina's interview himself. But here's my whole take here's spoiler alert. Here's my whole take. What she said sounds really nice. If she was actually a victim and being bullied, when she was making comments, what she got, she did not deserve. She did not deserve the hate after she got. But that fighting, that hot blood she's talking about,
I don't know, Max. You're losing me here. I love you, but you're losing me here when you say, well, I don't think she deserved to be fired. But
no,
she did do this and that.
No, but she's acting like she's. Oh, I wanted to expose the bullying.
But she didn't even say that
she was
yet.
just doing trollish comments on the internet.
She did.
There's a better way to go about it.
Right, I mean, there was, but she didn't even get to that part yet. So
all right.
Problems was it had to have been on the pronoun usage. I think was the first problem. Maybe before that. Well, because I was really upset about the shutdowns. I know what it's like to be working and then not to work, and then I know the depression that like comes with not working, because my job has been on and off its entire life. You got a job and then you sit out a year, and you got a job and you sit out, and not having a job and not having purposes, it's devastating. You go through a depression. It's not consistent.
Okay, and that sounds great too, but she was just beaming. I'm just examining her comments.
Well, you have to finish answering the question, Max.
Well, I mean, but she's saying that sounds really great. People need to work and stuff. Yeah, but she was just memeing and poking. Here's right. Yeah, go ahead, Brian.
Well, no,
you have to let her finish what she was going to say. What she said after that is that people were giving her shit for not putting them in her bio. So she did.
Okay, so you really feel pressure to add to your bio? You have to do it?
Well, let's
people put banana hammock in their bio, dude.
People
don't get offended by that.
Right. I just want to hear the rest of the question.
All right.
Sorry, I mean.
No, I like this fire, Brian. Ooh, bring it on
fire too if you don't stop hitting that pause button.
The controversy over the transgender pronoun, because that was the first time you started really trending on Twitter for politics.
I ended up putting beep bop boop in my Twitter bio, and 100%. It was 100% to go to the Twitter mob that was telling you what to do, and it had zero to do with trying to go after the transgender community, because I would never do that.
And that's fair.
I'm just me personally. I'm not trying to target anybody or go out after anybody.
She was,
and so as soon as I
it was a pushback.
Twitter high fives. Twitter high fives.
I put right after that. I was like, no, beep bop boop was like me just saying. I literally said to my friend, I was like, let's put something in my bio just to show like I can put whatever I want in my bio, just like they put like whatever they want in their bio, like Trash Panda and all this stuff, and like so I just put these noises in my bio, and then there was this crazy meltdown. It was just a big, massive meltdown, and all of the fear and all of the stuff goes straight through your skin, and you start like, whoa, what is happening? Like, I told you I didn't mean this.
Okay, I am pausing it here just to say, to follow with her viewpoint on this, you have to think, oh, she must have been under so much pressure to put in her bio. Are you really going to listen to someone on Twitter to put something in?
Are you? Like, have you ever been into a
Twitter fight? If someone said put it in my bio, I just wouldn't do. I'm like, whatever.
But Max, it's like if like how that jerk came in here and was like, take off your mask, coward. If you had hundreds of people telling you to do that, you would be like, oh no, I'm saying if you had 100 bunch of people telling you to do that, trying to basically force you to do something for some reason, and you got sick of it, I would you know what I do? I would just get a new mask.
You have to believe her that there was a big mob saying put something in your bio.
But at the same time, Max, you can't.
Where it's the reality, which this is my opinion is, I'm gonna troll them.
Right, but why can't she? Why can't she?
I didn't say she couldn't.
But I'm saying she's a human.
I'm saying she's presenting her. It's very.
She's explaining why it happened. She's giving context.
She's acting like she was bullied.
Someone's
gonna bully this woman.
But she's not.
I don't want to do.
I don't see her.
Disney couldn't get this. I'm just being the devil's advocate against you guys. That's all. I'm saying she is saying that she gave in to a Twitter mob and she got bullied into doing it, and so she put something there.
But she didn't even say bullied.
She wouldn't do anything that Disney asked her to do on the internet.
She didn't. Right here in this snippet that we're watching, she did not say that she was bullied into doing it. She said that there was an angry mob of people who were telling. Right, but she said that people were giving her crap for not having a pronoun in her bio. So because she wanted to push back, she just explained why she did it. She didn't say they were bullying her. She just said people were basically projecting onto her, saying you need to have a bio and you need to have pronouns in your bio. And it's like, but why?
She's gonna mention the whole bullying thing later on. She just hasn't gotten there yet.
George Barrett. Okay, before we'll get back to the video. He says Max the Mandalorian. She wasn't trolling Max. She was standing up for those who will be treated the same after her. I really have a hard time thinking that any of the conservatives that I follow would do anything that the mob wanted to do just because they felt like they had to. Look at Jeremy and all that. It's all to troll the libs and everything and have some fun and troll the hell out of them.
But Max, like
this whole scenario is like, I was responding to being.
But she should. She can. She's a person. Why can't she respond and react the way she feels?
I didn't say she couldn't. I'm saying the scenario that she's presenting at the beginning is very manufactured and to me fake and bad acting. That's my opinion. Zeno says Pedro was showing his pronouns in his bio. She said she could have been like cool, but she said no and turned it into activism for the right wing.
But if she has every right, if she's feeling like people are telling her what to do, she has every right to push back. That's a common human trait. We are allowed.
I'm not arguing that.
Right, we're allowed to push back.
I'm not saying she shouldn't. I'm not saying she should have been fired. I'm just saying that the case she's presenting here.
But you have to remember,
no one's going to bully her or make her do anything.
But my thing is,
obviously she's fired now.
Here's the thing, though. She's new to acting. She's new to Hollywood. She's new to social media. So, like everybody here who's saying all these things, like, yes, because we know better. And guess what? We all had to learn that lesson the hard way too, or we saw it happen. At the end of the day, she is new.
Spoiler, we're not going to the whole interview because I can't even get through 6 minutes.
Right. But she's
Sorry,
new.
Guys.
She is new to the internet. She's new to Hollywood. Right. This is probably the first time she ever had to deal with what we consider an angry mob online. So she responded in a way that she thought that she had to because she doesn't know any better.
She did something she felt she had to do.
This is one of the main reasons why a lot of major celebrities don't bother with Twitter or social media at all. There's a reason why.
But she didn't get the memo, and it's like everyone's hating her. It's like
I don't hate her. I don't hate her.
Well, no, but I'm saying everyone's critiquing.
This scenario is ridiculous.
But everyone's critiquing her. It's like you need to understand.
Okay, thank you, Rhea. I love this comment. No, she responded passive aggressively by being asked to edit her bio, and she's acting like a princess here in this interview. I just responded to what the mob. I felt like I had to. She acted in bad faith of making pronouns public in solidarity and allyship. So I think she used it to troll, and she's presenting the beginning of this interview. I'll stop talking, and Brian, you respond, and then we'll start the video and we'll watch more of it. But that's just my interpretation. I'm there with you, Rhea. Great comment. I think she's passive aggressive. And it was more to poke at people.
Knob brings up a good point. Put up Knob's comment. She's dumb. She's dumb and naive. So what? Let her learn how quick she gets treated when she's a douche. That's fair. But that's what I'm saying. Like, she's new. When she's on social media, yes, she's been acting since 2011, Lewis. That's fine. But she's also new to social media. Yeah. Like, social media is a whole new other entity of a monster, and we all know this because we are all very, very frequent users of social media.
Yeah, dude, I never slept. I'm sorry, bud.
Nicotina, what's with your mom? Everyone's talking about your mom. She must be a great person. I actually think I won your mom on an earlier podcast because Saggy said this is what you get, and then she's like, Nicotina's mom. And I'm like, wow, really? Yeah, here we go.
Nicotina's mom.
Nicotina. Ask you don't know?
I don't even want to know.
No, I actually want to know. Like, can we do? I will start a GoFundMe or anything for Enosh to beat Nicotina's mom, his real mom, and then to say Nicotina's mom, and she'll be like, "What the hell are you talking about?"
You said beat Nicotina's mom at first. I was
no,
like,
I'm not gonna. No,
I was like, whoa,
she deliver her roses or something for producing this wonderful man on this earth.
What's up, Nicotina? Everybody's talking about your mom. What's up, Nicotina?
No, I think Nicotina's a great guy, so I'm assuming his mom must be great.
All right. Let's get off of Nicotina's mom here for a second.
Yes, please. That's what he's.
What basically she's going to continue to talk about is that she had to go through like diversity training through Disney, and it was forced.
Oh, his mom looks like Gina Carano.
Nice. So basically, what happened is they tried to televise it, basically put it in film, which is known as a struggle session. It's something that they make people do to confess their sins, and they did that to her.
No,
she wasn't talking about being bullied on the internet. She's being bullied by Disney. And why the hell would I want to work with that?
That Zoom thing that she wanted to do, where people may have possibly recorded her, where it's 40 people that are on opposing view. I agree. It was
why would you sit there and get roasted like that?
Can I address a comment once you guys are done? Can I address a comment?
Right here?
No, Grobnob's comment. She isn't Tarzan. So he says she isn't Tarzan who grew up in the jungle and came to America last week. Saggy Melons is being
too soft on her. Okay.
Too soft on her. So let me explain.
Bullshit.
The reason I'm saying what I'm saying about hold on. The reason why I'm saying it is because I also had to learn that lesson the hard way myself. When I first got on Twitter and got involved with a controversy that was going on, a little debate that was going on with voice actor and stuff back in like 2 years ago. I learned the hard way because I didn't understand how the internet really worked, and I had to learn. And I said some crazy stuff. Like, if I ever became a big YouTuber, trust me, the cancel people are coming for me for sure for the stuff I said before. So that's why I'm empathizing with it, because I too had to learn that lesson of this is how internet people are. There's such things as people called trolls. I had to learn what trolls were. Hell, I learned I was a troll. So at the end of the day, I can empathize with her because I also was ignorant to how the internet worked and how people came at you. Like, you tweet something that somebody doesn't like, you have a bunch of people the next day blowing up your comments. It's happened to me.
But for Saggy, she also didn't mention that Disney thing that they were going to force her to do yet in the interview.
Well, if you kept playing,
Saggy,
if you become a big time YouTuber, just make sure you delete your tweets. Delete all your past tweets.
You need to go hot like this more often.
I'm telling you.
And so basically, Zeno, you're excusing Stalinist struggle sections in Hollywood. That's cool. I get it, man. Like, it's a business.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not Saggy Melons is a troll. I'm not lying when I say that. I became a troll, and because that was my way of combating other trolls. You combat trolls with other trolls. So again, I understand.
Don't ignore Spooky Daz. Go. Cancel them on Twitter. No, I'm just kidding.
But yeah, that's why I wanted to say, like, I understand what you guys are saying, but that's why I'm being empathetic and I guess soft with Gina, because I understand as somebody who also was ignorant.
Okay, but if you were warned then this was your job, what would you have done? But
this was her first incident that she's talking about. Like, this is the first incident. And again, I understand.
Although if she would have just said what they wanted her to say, they want to push this
narrative, right? You're right. But at the same time, I understand why she did it the way she did, because at the time she was just looking at it. Well, I'm just defending myself. I'm just looking back.
All right, but this whole scenario with screaming with the menace and stuff later, she knew it was going to happen. I'm sorry.
Well, that was after the fact, and that was in the middle finger portion, because that's exactly what I would have done. I'd have given you the middle finger on my way out.
All right, don't do that on MME, Brian. We will miss you.
It'll be the last one I demonetize.
You know what, Brian? If you ever leave me, don't go like sci-fi, because I miss sci-fi. Give me middle fingers on the way out.
I don't.
I actually did it. I was actually giving it to all my viewers. Put them up on the way out. I'm like, Max, you suck. I'm out. Do that for me. Wait.
You can't learn from your mistakes when you have to confess in front of a panel.
I almost gave 2 middle fingers to my whole audience just there. All right, let's get back to the interview. This is funny stuff.
This community, and you're misunderstanding it, and it was just a shockwave went through my body, because I was like, oh, this is what this feels like. This is uncomfortable.
So Disney came to you and presumably Lucasfilm and asked you to put out some sort of apology, or how did they deal with that?
I had a publicist at the time, and they said, you have to put out apology. This is messed up. This is awful. And I was like, okay. I did say right after that tweet, I clarified for everybody, this was not directed towards the transgender community in any way. And And I've also been watching celebrities apologize left and right, and it's very ingenuine. And I said, can you just give me a moment, because I'm kind of feeling emotional right now, and can I just do my own research, and so, they were like, okay, yeah, do your research, but you need to get on the phone tomorrow with our LGBTQ transgender section. And I was like, I'm feeling very emotional. Can you give me a second? And they said, no, you need to do this now. And so I did. I was like, okay, we have to do it now. Then let's do it now. And so I watched their documentary and I got on the phone with them. And they basically were, just two very gentle people. And they were like, we're sorry, like you stepped in what they call a landmine. And we can tell, you're not cured against us. And they actually reported back to Disney and Lucasfilm, they thought it would be a bad idea if they canceled me, or if they let this affect anything, because I got on the phone with them and I said, hey, I got on Zoom with them and I explained, hey, I just, I don't have any hate in my heart for anyone. I stepped in the landmine.
And after that, you've said before that the Disney Lucasfilm folks said that you weren't.
I do want to. Do you think she's being genuine there? That she didn't realize what she wasn't like trolling. She was generally shocked by the reaction. I find that hard to believe.
Well, this is her first infraction against the Twitter mob. Okay, right. So I mean, we've all been in Twitter spats, or we've all been in social media gaffes, or to where we're fighting. Emotions are getting hot, and what do? You say something stupid. I mean, yes, I've said something stupid on the stream many times.
She did troll with Star Wars. Yes, I think that was the point of it. Was R2D2.
See, this is why I'm glad. I like that my channel's growing, but at the same time, I've talked about this with people. Like they'll be like, "Oh wow, your channel's growing." I was like, "But I don't want it to grow too much, because I feel like the more you grow, the more you have to change who you are, because you have to watch what you say and you have to make sure you don't offend anybody, even if you're trying to make a joke and it comes off very bad. Like it just seems like you have to walk.
Oh no, here's Geek Getaway. I've never been. We will cover that later, Geek Getaway. And it's up. You got to ask Saggy if you could be on the PlayStation Plus pod. Well, actually,
why are you gonna ask me? I'm not the friggin' sole proprietor of that.
No. Oh, all right. Well, we don't want to. What do you say?
Well, it's a vote.
We don't want to upset Tommy.
I vote no.
No.
Well, I already told the Geek Gateway that he's more than welcome, because he was very civil with me, and he with our discussion about Tommy. He was very civil with me.
He's a Tommy hater, man.
Right,
he can't be on the show.
But here's
wow.
He can't be on your show, but he can be on mine. I welcome him to have the discussion, because I'm completely okay with people who can have. I'm completely fine with people who can have civil discussions. Right. So he's more than welcome on mine anytime he wants.
He's not civil. He's just a troll.
You're a new plus on the PlayStation Plus podcast member. What's your say?
Well,
any haters?
I don't
well, he might not even want to be called a hater.
I'm kind of in between on it anyways. I mean, I could see the merits of the Amico, but I also can see the same games on a cell phone. So
damn. But he's done with the PlayStation Plus podcast. You heard it here first.
Bring him back.
Well, if you're gonna call it the PlayStation Plus, you might as well change it to like the Amico Minute or something. Because
what the hell is Brian?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Amico Minute.
What the hell is
do the face, Brian? Do the face. There we go. Geek, you're more than welcome to discuss this with me anytime. Just DM me on Twitter, and we'll set up some time when you have it, and we can talk.
Let's only watch 10.
Yeah, because her channel's growing, so yeah, just be civil about it.
Okay. Yeah, we got 24 subscribers. Don't you know, Geeko? We're gonna pass you in no time.
And 4 of us are on this panel right now.
Yeah, he already has. That's true. He already has the Amico in it. Zeno vouches for Geek Getaway. That actually does the opposite.
No,
listen,
I went to a stream a few minutes ago, and he was fine. He had a few trolls in there trying to smack talk me, but I'm okay. I'm okay with the Geek.
All right.
He's fine. I gave him a sub. We'll talk.
Hey, Geek Getaway. I'm not saying yet. I'm not sure. I have to confer with the other PlayStation Plus podcast members. But he said you're welcome on hers.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I already had him on my channel.
I mean, I already did a video on it. And you, like I said, if you want to talk to me, I'm always down.
What do you guys think of the new Brian? He is throwing flames, talking about Firestarter.
Brian's cool.
It's just one of those things.
I'd rather have Brian here any day than that sci-fi dragon dude.
Oh, come on, man. We want sci-fi to come back, not with you keep.
No, we don't. I don't
know who this is, so I'm completely indifferent on that one.
He was before.
Dude, I can't stand that dude. I can't stand him. He makes my skin crawl for real. Like, ugh, wow.
No, I didn't read it. I'll read it. I'm interested to see. I would like to talk to them too. The Finnegan Fox developer, for sure.
It's almost as cool as that Star Blaster Space Commander one we watched earlier.
Okay,
man! Now
oh wow, Star Blaster Space Commander.
Come on, Brian, we can't have you on the PlayStation Plus podcast. We're not going to get Tony.
You can't discriminate.
Yeah,
you're canceling.
Hey, Tommy has a vision. I mean, you just gotta go with it.
Why every time we always gotta talk about We're here for Gina, damn it.
All right. Good point. 10 more minutes. We're cutting it off at 20 minutes.
Well, when Gina comes on this show, then we'll start talking about
I watched
Tommy.
it earlier and I only made 20 minutes into. I was like, this is why I do reaction videos. If I'm just sitting here myself, I'm doing the same goddamn thing.
The thing is you've been on YouTube long enough to where you're immune to the grift. It's like you see it, you know it.
Yeah, it drives me crazy. Yeah, it does.
Yes, we are. I'm the card carrying
like
member.
people are taking everything at face value. I'm examining what's really happening. I'm.
That's right.
I just said hi. I'm Boom. Okay. All right, let's get back to Gina.
Basically, to do any press after that for The Mandalorian.
Yeah, so we went through this really long thing where it was like back and forth. They wanted me to say this. I felt like it was ingenuine. I wrote out like this massive thing that said, I mean, I have it. And everything that I read through it. And I was like, oh my gosh, if I put out this statement now, it'd actually be very enlightening to how I was feeling a year ago. But they didn't want that. They didn't want that. I think, they thought, I was already taking too much attention off of The Mandalorian, which it was not my intention, because I know how hard everybody works on it. Because we got down to this like statement within like 2 words. Like almost like 2 words, this ridiculous thing. And they were like, and they just said it was not apologetic enough. And I was like, I mean, it was shocking. Like, I want to communicate. They wanted me to get, and all of these Lucasfilm employees are railing me on their websites. I mean, one of them, creative director.
All right, I gotta stop here. So she goes to the Fandom Menace, the opposite side that rail against hers, and she's acting like she's a princess here. I'm sorry, it's bullshit.
Max,
I mean, her association
we've had this discussion. No, I'm
movie talk morons.
No, I'm cutting you off because I told you we don't know.
She's playing dumb here. Like
we don't know if she knows what they did, but we don't know if she knows what the Phantom Menace were doing. What they're saying. We
can't prove it, so it never happened. And
I'm saying she put. You don't like. Here's the thing. I get on streams with a bunch of people lately, right? Yeah. Again, I'm gonna compare it to me because that's why I'm cutting you off because I get on streams with a lot of different people.
Okay.
People will get on me about, why are you on this person's stream? Do you know who they are? Do you know
the coincidences? The series of coincidences. I didn't know. I'm just trying to defend people being bullied.
Max, if you have somebody who comes to you is like, I support you, I watch you on my channel, I think you're amazing. Are you gonna sit there and take the time to look at that person's complete history to see what they've done? No, you're gonna be like, oh, cool, that's awesome. I'm glad you're supporting me. Sure, I'd love to be on your channel. I'd love to do an interview with you. Sure. You're expecting her to know what the Phantom Menace people have done that made people mad.
The Phantom Menace.
Right.
She's talking about bloggers that were against her.
Okay.
But either way, my point still stands.
So she went to the other side. Okay. All right, I'll shut up.
I'm just saying the middle finger with the menace was after the fact, dude.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. All right, let's 10 more minutes and then we're cutting it off, and then final thoughts, and then we're ending this shit.
Yeah, I can't do left.
I can't.
Dude. You're out of your mind.
What?
No, I'm reading Gory's comments. It's like, dude, whatever, man. One person's HR meeting is another person's 40-person apology.
Well, no. If that's accurate, we're listening to her. I don't think she would lie, but if that's accurate, 40 people from
negative blogs,
from blogs,
yes,
they could get so much clips from that and end you immediately. I mean, that would have canceled.
Sam Cedar's a hack, dude. I'm sorry, man. Whatever, dude. Get out of here with that Sam Cedar crap.
I don't know.
I used to listen to him too, man. I used to be a leftist.
People are telling me to calm the F down. Okay, I will just shut up. You know what? Watch the last 10 minutes and I won't say a damn word. Is that worth it? We'll see the views. People stay on track if you want me to shut up, and then we'll hear the panelists at the end, and then I'll give a final thought.
It was like, this is because our ignorant actress, and
all right, 20 minutes we're cutting it off.
It was like so they wanted me to get on the phone with like 40 of their LGBTQ community, not on the phone, on Zoom. And I felt like you're all these people, all your employees are slandering the hell out of me right now. You think I want to get on a video where they can then film it, and I felt very kind of insecure about that. So what I offered them was, the restaurants at the time had, started opening back up, and I was like, let me take, 4 or 5 of them out to dinner, and it'd be a person to person. You can look me in my eyes, I can look you in your eyes, and let's have a genuine conversation. And I think it's also a bit abusive that you want me to talk to 40 people and hear 40 people like.
I mean, they were pulling their nails off.
Have been slandering, like, and maybe not all
humiliating somebody. That's a form of, control over someone. And yes, that is a struggle session. Hollywood used to do them all the time back in the day. So don't even act like, whatever, dude. It's cool.
I'm on Team Brian tonight.
I'm just gonna ignore those comments because they don't really make any sense. So sorry.
Them had been slandering me, but a lot of them probably had. And it was just like, wait, I don't feel like I've really deserved this, I mean, don't you guys see what's happening online? It's like all these bots. It's not even like faces. It's not real people. It's just, and it feels like, I don't know who these people
are. I got to say something about this comment too. There was a little bit of political talk in that too. I agree, smaller, but take you to dinner, take you to a restaurant during the pandemic. There's a little slight something in there too. I'm sorry. I can't leave it go. I'm sorry. I don't want to do this, which I don't think she should have. Damn it, I can't stay quiet for 10 minutes. God damn it. My wife was right. My wife was right.
You're fired.
I'm fired. I'm fired. You know what? I have to remove myself from the show. But I just keep thinking even that scenario.
You might be right.
I mean that was like trolling back. Like, I mean, she's acting like, oh, why can't we look like But in reality, could it have possibly been a little snarky? I'm not doing your Zoom call. Meet me face to face if you're going to accuse me something. We'll look eyes in eyes in a restaurant without our mask during a damn pandemic.
Can I just give a shout out to our chat and say that this is why I love doing streams, because I love interacting with not just the panel, but also reading your comments and interacting with you guys, because you guys have very great points you make. You're very amazing about it. And I have to give credit where it's due. We have a great audience here. And I just wanted to say I love y'all. No matter, even if we disagree, I love y'all. Y'all are amazing. So
it's all good.
Well, all right. Okay. I'm going to mute myself. I have to mute myself. I really have this is the struggle session. This is my struggle session. Not commenting.
Trying to get through a Ben Shapiro video without saying anything.
With Gina Carano, with the acting is cringy to me. It's cringy to me for reals. God damn it. I'm going to have to remove myself from the show. But struggle session, we're going off with Brian. I have to research struggle session. I honestly don't know.
With the communist Chinese. I'm sorry, I said Stalin.
Oh my God!
It was Maoism. I'm sorry, but no, it was like if you said something or spoke out against the government, they would basically take you off into a room and beat a confession out of you, or try to find a way to get a confession out of you.
Nicotina, I wanted it too. I wanted the toy too, and it's sold out and it's removed. Sorry.
It's a leftist thing. Well, no, it could be as simple as humiliating them in public, which they did a lot with the Hollywood union systems back in the day. I mean, it could be beating you half to death until you confess. I mean, yeah, that's it. Cancel me. It's cool.
You know, Nicotina, I think we need to push back against Enosh
and that's left-wing propaganda trying to cover
Nicotina's mom stuff. I think your mom has had enough. I stand with Nicotina's mom. Socially distant, where I don't even know where she is, but I stand with her. And against that tyrant Enosh from the lounge. All right.
Thing,
okay. Well, let's stop dressing chat. We're never going to get anywhere, and it's my fault. I got to shut up. My wife would agree.
His mom looks like Gina Carano, though, so it's kind of appropriate.
Yes. Well, I stand with Nicotina's mom against the tyrant Enosh.
Find out next week.
Mom! Yeah.
Find out on next week on Dragon Ball Z.
It's gone too far. Yeah.
Shut up, Max.
Oh, she loves Gina Carano. Oh, Jordan, you tell me to shut. Okay. Mute.
Are children or just bots or whoever the hell these people are.
Twitter rage mob.
Yeah, and they're awful. And I actually asked the LGBTQ community leaders for the trans section, I was like, why don't you guys address that? It might be healthier if you addressed what's happening. The aggressive push, and they didn't really have an answer to that.
So in a second, I want to ask you about how that ended up playing out over the subsequent few months, because we're moving through the sort of timeline here. We'll get to that in just 1 second. First, there's never been a more important time to protect your internet activity than right this moment. This is why I urge you to get
we gotta watch it. We gotta watch
everything you search for.
At least the promo code's not Gina.
Big tech companies that can then match your activity to your true identity using your device's unique IP address.
Yeah, use a VPN, folks.
My computer or phone. My IP address is mapped.
Especially if you're Ben
VPN server. It makes it harder for websites to identify me, which is exactly the point. My data is my business. The ExpressVPN app also encrypts my network data to protect my sensitive information from being compromised. Plus, you can use ExpressVPN on up to 5 devices simultaneously, so multiple users on your network can stay safe with a single subscription. What I like most is how easy it is to use. It takes just 1 click to protect all of your devices. That's why they are rated the #1 VPN by CNET and Wired. The reason that I use VPN again,
next to
my data is my business. I don't want big tech that kind of hates me to be monetizing my data for their own gain. Stop handing over your data to big tech companies.
All right,
shut up. VPN I trust.
We get it.
Online protection. Visit expressvpn.com/Ben to get 3 months free on a 1-year package. That's expressvpn.com/Ben to get 3 extra months for free. Go to expressvpn.com/Ben right now to learn more. Alrighty, so let's talk about what happened. So you had this run-in with the higher-ups with regard to LGBTQ issues. That was, essentially solved, but at the same time, they told you not to go on the press junkets, and they didn't want you speaking to the press. And then things, it seems like, were pretty quiet up until about November. And the Hollywood Reporter later came out, and they reported that Disney Plus and Lucasfilm were thinking about a spin-off for The Mandalorian, where you would have a big role. They were going to present that to investors, and they decided that they were essentially going to kill that based on a couple of social media posts that you put up in November, particularly one with regard to voter fraud, and then one with regard to masks. So can you talk a little bit about that? Did they ever convey this to you?
I love her more.
Yeah, so I mean, they actually sent over a media trainer, which I felt like, okay, I'm down, like, come on over. And she came in and she crossed her arms, she had her glasses on, and she sat in the corner, and she's been very cold.
No one knows.
She's in my house, and I asked her, I'm like, do you think you can take off your glasses so I can look you in your eyes, and so we can have a conversation?
And take off your mask.
She was like, ready to hate me, I think. And then, we went and we then sat down on the couch, and we had a lovely conversation. And she said, look, you offered a logical answer to an emotional response. and that's not what they respond to. They're only going to it only helps if you offer an emotional response to emotional
Oh no,
response.
Grovnov, you are trolling now. Like, well, you're trolling.
I get that, but
oh my
why
God.
can't you offer why can't you offer a logical answer? I mean, that should be your right to. My logical answer was, you guys kind of misinterpreted that, and there also is this massive mob out there that's just bullying.
There's another mob.
Right.
There's another mob in the movie
had a great
talk
conversation
fandom
with her, and she left beaming. And
there's another mob.
A great conversation, and it was not a problem. And then I don't know. I voted.
and that really is, even according to the sources that have talked to the Hollywood media.
It is. It's Daily Wire membership.
That they were still getting ready to feature you in the Disney shareholder meeting and all of this, and then decided that they were not going to do any of that. And according to people speaking to the Hollywood Reporter, they decided months in advance that they were essentially looking for an excuse to get rid of you. Have they conveyed any of that to you, or
that's
how did you find out? They
hey,
decided
Ruthie,
not to bring you on for more.
Ruthie's here. I love Ruthie. Hey, Saggy, go follow Ruthie. She's a nice lady.
Sometimes and they forget to go to the body. I feel like Disney or Lucasfilm or whoever it is, maybe just certain people in that company. I feel like
Gory, be nice about her appearance. I think she's beautiful. I don't know what that means.
How many months? And you can feel it. Like
Ruthie,
just a couple weeks ago, Lucasfilm asked an artist that they employ to erase my character and put a different character in place.
Now, I do have to address that. I do have to address that because that's the spin of Fandom Menace videos. That this is, I mean, people have difference of opinion on this. Do you think it was done that, or because she wasn't as involved with season 2 or was prominent as Ahsoka and that? Do you think she was absolutely removed because they were eventually going to get rid of her, or do you think? I think it's possible for both.
I think with Disney's practice is again, this is some stuff that I heard from like a long time ago, that Disney has a very big no scandals policy. Where if children, right.
Yeah.
So if there's, I don't know the conditions of what she signed or anything. So this is just my speculation. Is that if she already had an issue that rose up that caused some turmoil for the company, then yeah, I would say, and clearly maybe not in her contract specifically about controversy, or maybe there's a specific scandal that they have to break that contract. So maybe they already saw her going in a direction that they were like, all right, she already messed up once, we're gonna have to try to find a way to get rid of her.
Disney has been consistent with letting people go that can't behave on social media,
right? So it's like
the difference is they hired James Gunn back.
Right.
But James Gunn also, it was in his past.
But
it wasn't active like happening now.
But here's the thing. Did you hear how she explained how this went down, right? So she said something that got people mad, right? On the internet, and she had all these people angry. And she said there's a process they go through. First, she has to apologize to whoever she offended, or the big organization of whatever said thing to represent whatever she offended. And then she had somebody come in, a media person come in and then they wanted her to issue apologies. So she had a specialist, a journalist come in to kind of coach her into what she needs to do. So again, there's a process. James Gunn clearly passed that process. So that's why he got back in. Whereas
something Matt Jarbo really threw some heat into this whole scenario. And I think Jarbo and Firewater is, in Zeno highlights this too. Do you think she read it? There's probably, can you imagine Disney does not have a social media contract or wrongful termination if she was fired for not, if it's in the contract, how can you say I was canceled when it's in the contract?
To answer the questions, do I personally think she read her contract? Probably not. Do I think she had somebody who was more familiar? Right. That's a lawyer's job. That's whoever her representative is that would have read off the contract. And I guarantee you it went down like this. Okay, so I'm going to read you this, and then I'm going to explain it to you. And they usually do an explanation where it's kind of like, okay, you don't have to worry about this. Yeah, don't worry about that. Okay, don't worry about this. This is what you need to worry about.
Okay, Get Away, you made my decision. I don't want to be on the PlayStation Plus podcast. Call my friend a clown. Call my friend a clown? He's calling Matt Jarbo a clown.
You didn't see him last night. He was clowning on Enosh's stream. He is a clown.
Yeah. All right. Jarbo's a mix. No, we're not talking about Jarbo now. He might show up. We say his name 3 times.
No, they said that multiple times.
All right, we only have 4 more minutes. 4 more minutes, and possibly one more Ben Shapiro ad.
This on Twitter and erases my character and puts, another character.
I think that's spin to me personally. I don't know for sure.
We're just outraged.
Yes, all the fandom menace. All the fandom menace. That's putting context into it because you saw how many videos. That's legit. That's facts. All the fans, the fandom menace were freaking out about that. I remember. I didn't cover. I have
a question.
Yeah.
When you're getting, if you think you're getting bullied on the internet,
yeah,
what are you going to do? Are you going to turn to the people who are bullying you, or are you going to turn to the people that are like, "Hey, we got your back. Come on over here, Gina.
That's what I've been saying. That's what I've been saying.
It's like, guys, you got to be
right.
All right.
We have to take our hatred of the menace out of the situation here.
That's hard for me to do.
Well, no, because
I know that.
Like Brian said, and like I've said, your only option in this situation is you either apologize to the mob or people who are supporting you are like, you don't have to apologize. You're gonna want to go to people who want to support you until you don't have to apologize because you did nothing wrong. That's common human nature. You don't want to have to face the people who hate you. And I'm sorry, but if people disagree, because I see Zito said it too, it's like, yes, I get what you guys are saying, but you have to understand she's not used to this type of stuff. This is not something she's used to. It's never happened to her before. So of course she's gonna walk to the people who are.
I think sounds like you. The panelists were saying you might think she's more naive to all this, where I think she's playing dumb. In my opinion, I don't think she's naive. I think she's playing dumb because
Max, look at her body language. Look at how she's speaking. She doesn't sound like somebody who's bullshitting anyway. I think she's genuinely. I think she's genuine.
Yeah,
right. She's very confused. Like when she talks about what happened to her, when after this first happened and she got a phone call, she looked very confused, even to retelling the story. She's like, I was confused. I didn't understand what was going on. Like she doesn't know, dude.
I'm an expert movie pundit. I can.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you a professional actor? Are you code? Are you?
No, I can. No, I'm not an actor myself. I can recognize bad acting, and I.
This is not bad acting.
My opinion is she's acting naive when she was more of a troll. My
opinion is she's genuine. Her body language, how she's talking, how she's trying to recollect, remember the incidents as they're being asked.
I was just doing.
Well, let me tell you a little secret.
Okay, and I can't stay quiet.
There's a real world outside of Twitter.
Yeah,
and not everybody lives their life on Twitter. Period. I can almost guarantee you she was not one of those people.
Can we all agree
on social media?
The whole problem is social media, not left or right. It's just social media.
It's just people. Just in general, people are a-holes.
We'll put it this way: when Twitter first came out, right? When Twitter and all these social media platforms first came out, we were all hooked. Every single one of us are hooked. Every day, everyone here.
Well, let's get to Rhea's comment. And then back to the video. Okay,
I just want to say, everyone here has been hooked on social media. We've all been pretty much at one point. We are always looking at our tweets. It's part of culture now. So some people aren't up to speed with that. So like I said, that's why I believe she's being genuine. Because again, not everyone is on the same level that we are, guys. We're
on another level over here.
Right, we are.
Especially Brian. Whoa, dog tonight. Brian gets the alpha dog. Man. Zod, you're an alpha dog too, but Brian's been bringing it tonight.
Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt my beautiful Rhea. I'm sorry, Rhea. I'm sorry.
All right, so here's her comment, and then we're finishing, and then I'm gonna end it. Last few minutes, and then stop. Final thoughts. Good night.
He said that like 50 times.
Rhea Michaela. Oh God damn it! I messed up the last
Just stop it, Rhea.
I can agree that she shouldn't have been bullied, and she should have had more support of her employer. But what I am looking for is her to acknowledge her mistakes instead of pleading ignorance and doubling down. Oh, I added the doubling down. Oh, and so did Xena.
That's fair, Rhea. I see your point. I mean, yeah, I see. I will say, to play the devil's advocate here, I do see her more explaining what happened, explaining her points, but not actually acknowledging that maybe she messed up, which is which I would like to hear her say is just like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have done that, but I don't take it back because it is what it is. Like, if she said that, I'd be like, yes, okay, I applaud you. But you're right. If she doesn't say anything on the lines of, yeah, I might have made a whoopsie, like maybe I understand. It's like, then I could be like, all right, but I get your points there. I got you, girl.
All right, last 4 minutes, and then we're done.
Add the character. Why did you have to take off the character? Is there something wrong? Is Gina getting fired? I've been through so much, and I've seen so much now, clearly, of like the bullying that's been taking place. And I saw it before. It's not like, I mean, I'm not the only one that's ever been bullied by this company. And I know that.
All right, I'm not pausing it.
So
but what is bullying of people with a different opinion that like to put pronouns in their bio
media, but
and laughing at that's not
having to quote unquote apologize to the company.
It would be selling out.
A bunch of people who want to just sit there and berate you for an hour. I don't think that's
I'm not gonna,
that is bullying. She's not talking about Twitter people, or she is, but it's more along the lines of what she had to do to to get along board with what Disney wanted in the first place.
It would change things, but everybody's afraid of losing their job.
So they announced publicly that you're not coming back after this post that you put on social media, and we'll get to the content of the post in just a second. Did they ever come to you and ask for an apology? Did they ever come to you and coordinate with you in any way, or did you just essentially pick up a newspaper one day and you read that you were no longer on the show?
I looked on the internet, and you check your Twitter, and I'm trending, and the Fire Gina Carano hashtag worked.
I never did that.
So
hashtag.
Disney never contacted you and asked for some sort of back down or some sort of explanation. It was just you're done, and you find out essentially the same way everybody else did.
Well, yeah. I mean, I saw somebody from the company accidentally sent me a conversation of that they were tracking.
Oh, Grobnob, I don't like that.
Hold on, I want to hear this.
On content that had nothing to do with me. It was actually had zero to do with me. And then all of a sudden, I always get thrown in the mix. Like, okay, so this is trending, but let's put her in there. Fire Gina Carano. And they accidentally sent me an email, which was very enlightening. So I knew they were paying attention. I know that there's some people that went to bat for me, but I know that they didn't really win out in the end.
So let's talk about some of the controversial social media posts, because I think it's good for you to be able to explain exactly what you meant by this stuff, since people have deliberately misinterpreted nearly everything.
Yeah.
So there are a few of them. There was the one right after the election in which you essentially said something that I think virtually all conservatives believe, which is if you want to stop voter fraud, you need a voter ID. We need to tighten up the voter procedures. For some reason, people found this very controversial.
Right.
So that one seems fairly self-explanatory to me.
Yeah, well, this is not something I say with pride, but it was my first time voting. I have never voted before. And I know I'm late to the game here, but I never really thought that it counted. And politicians had never really turned me on. And so I don't pay attention to things that don't really turn me on. I pay my taxes, and I pay a lot of taxes. And so I just figure, okay, I'm doing my duty, and I'm just going to keep on fighting. What I've been trying to do is just get my career going and keep on plugging through to where I can get, this bigger opportunity. The mail-in thing, we got an extra mail-in. Everybody I talked to got an extra mail-in ballot. And so I'm like, okay, so this is my first time voting. I'm going to go in and I'm going to take this and I'm going to do my part so that way I can actually talk about it. Because everybody says, you can't talk about it unless you vote. And so I agreed with them. So I never talked about it. And then when I went in, I was ready with my ID, and I've got and they just asked my name and they asked my address. And I don't even remember if there was a signature required or not. And we have masks over our face. And I'm ready with my ID to vote because that's what, and they were like, no, you're fine. Just go. And I was like, what?
I've experienced this before too.
Check this. This is an important thing that I'm trying to do right now. I was
blown away. I was like you mean I could come back later and do this again?
So that was very confusing for me. And so when
wear a hat and just be like,
the election, happened and everything was, I was just like, wait, why? I feel like there's a lot of outrage about this, and this is confusing to me as a newcomer into this. And so I just thought, well, the experience I went through was there was no ID, there was no cameras. It was on the beach, actually. It was in this little
and that's fair. This is a fair thing too.
That's no accountability.
Right, you don't need accountability for that. That's a fair
this could
tweet.
Be a positive thing.
Well, okay, saying we need better ID laws and voter ID, that's fine. I'm okay
fine
with that. But then saying it was rigged immediately and that's saying you
Yeah,
want
I got one out in the garage.
But see, like Brian said.
Well, pretty soon we're gonna all be able to have home voter machines like arcades. It's coming.
But here's what Brian said. Brian's like, oh, so you mean I can come back? Like, so I can understand again why
I literally
she
did
went
that
there.
in the primary. In the California primary before I moved to Nevada, same thing.
I wanted
just
to hear
walked
that.
in.
Okay, but then but the problem with him and the followers of him is that they immediately said they won. No. You don't know that for sure. You could say there's irregularity.
But it's not like she was the only one. And that's the thing I want people. It's not like she was the only one who was going around saying that.
We're ignoring the context of the series of events to left.
Trump said it. Trump even said it was rigged. So again, at the same time, everyone's nitpicking what is offensive and what's not right now.
The whole scenario
the Holocaust picture. The Holocaust picture comparison, that was stupid. That was 100% stupid.
I gotta simmer down.
But I'm saying that right there is something I can see people being offended by. Her talking about voting things.
Wait. Brian voted twice and Trump still lost?
Yeah, I know, right? How does that work? How does that work?
Wait, are you admitting you voted twice?
Oh, I got 2 ballots.
So you could have voted twice.
I could have, yes.
So then there's a chance that maybe they are rigged.
Whatever. Y'all called me stupid, so I'll just stop.
I didn't call you that.
Well, it's just the right-wing talking point to blah, 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 blah.
Jarbo's here.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
We're talking about voter fraud.
Oh my God. Oh, I love fiction. It's amazing. It's good stuff.
We only made it 20 minutes in, Jarbo. I couldn't take it. But props to Brian tonight. Brian was representing big time tonight.
I give Brian credit. I've been listening.
Yeah.
I've been out looking, so I've been giving him credit.
Get credit?
I don't know. You're kind of a sensitor, so it's it is what it is. No,
all right,
I'm kidding.
Cancel Matt Jarbo, Raw. Cancel him right now. We cancel Matt Jarbo.
Wait. Do you have a time machine to go back to August 2018? No? Okay.
Don't bring up the poor, please.
For the record, though, I fenced it on a couple of topics, but I'm not fencing with Gina. So bite me, Matt Jarbo. Right. Bite me right in the heart of me.
We'll go back on Enoch's stream later on, and we'll just make him die again. That was funny.
Rhea's got a really good point over here. She says she's kind of jumping around her points. I get she's under pressure to respond diplomatically to an extent, but this interview is coming off more as curated content for the premium Shapiro viewers. I couldn't agree more.
It's very now she's diplomatic now, acting like a bullied victim and a princess.
Well,
I'm sorry, it makes me nauseous. It makes me nauseous. But you know what?
I won't stick around for long because I actually have to go get more deliveries and the internet's so spotty. But if you listen to when Shapiro presents, when he's talking to her, he literally puts words and meanings in her mouth. He explains what she means and then says, "Is that accurate?" And then she goes, "Yeah." And so it's like, okay. And then she goes, "I want people to think." That might be coming up. She goes, "I want people to think about what she posted." And it's like, but she doesn't actually say that at all on any of her posts. So she's telling people something in her mind without actually.
Her posts are not that, right? Oh, we lost Jarbo to Uber.
Uber Internet, yeah.
Sorry. Okay, hold on. That could be better. Better?
They canceled Matt Jarbo on live.
It happens all the time. Can you guys hear me? Is that okay?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. All I'm saying is this is a PR piece. Ben Shapiro softballed the entire thing. I don't think she should have been fired, but she obviously was not asked any hard questions. And the whole thing was just, use coupon code Gina for 25% off your Daily Wire membership. Like, that's all it was. And it's I know people out there want to sit there and go, Gina.
Respect Jarbo, Geek Getaway. He's been in the game a long time.
Yeah, man, that's all good. You can think anything you want. That's fine. I mean, you clearly support Gina, so that makes sense. You know, but really, it is just that. It's like this whole thing is a fluff piece. And what I feel bad for is I feel bad for Gina because you can tell that she doesn't know what she's talking about. She doesn't understand what she's trying to do on social media. She says, she's like, oh, I'm an adult. I woke up to it, right? Great. Her and I are the same age. I'm 38. She's 38. You know what I mean? Like, it's that whole notion of like, if you're just now trying to get this, meme warfare doesn't work in 2020 the way it did in 2016. So it's like, you got to be smarter. And she kept doubling down and doubling down because she doesn't understand anything that she was saying, period. I tweeted, she was complaining about voter fraud in Pennsylvania. So I responded and I told her the Pennsylvania GOP-led legislature voted to change mail-in ballot reporting until after everything else was done. That was the GOP. And she blocked me because she says in this interview, oh, I'm open to other people's ideas. But I was very polite, and I only tweeted her one time, and I got blocked as a result of that. So it's a load of crap if she's trying to argue that she's really in it for all sides. It's a lie,
Right.
and she's just protecting her ego.
I remember you were shocked that you were
You
like,
get blocked by a
nice.
lot of people, though.
I mean, well, it is. They know everyone knows Matt Jarbo.
Everyone blocks Matt Jarbo.
I did. I never did. I think I sent you a message shortly after all that stuff. I don't remember.
I might block him now. He came in here and called me offensive. I might block him now.
Do it. I dare you.
Ooh, challenge. Challenge.
All right. Yes, exactly. Rob Knob's right. She doesn't.
Oh, wait, did she block me? Hold on. Wait a minute. If I get blocked, I'm going to cry.
You're on my channel, so she might have.
Oh, no.
All right.
Well, here's the thing. I gotta take off because I gotta grab this over here. But look, I just want, my final thought is I don't think she should have been fired, but I think she should have played the game better. And now she's just going to be a martyr for the cause and used by Ben Shapiro and literally anyone else who wants to just feast on her corpse. That's it. And I feel bad because it shouldn't have happened because she's a nice person. I don't think there's a mean bone in her body. I think she's naive. I think she's
being retweeted. I don't think she's naive. I think she was trolling. She knew she was trolling.
She got the Twitter to her here. I think she's naive.
Individuals. I don't think.
Yeah, so. I just don't think she knows what she's doing, man. Like, I don't think people. I don't think.
Well, she said it herself. She just got into politics. She had like no idea. That's what it is. You could tell by listening to her that she has no idea what she's saying. So.
But that's why I said. That's why I said she's new to these things and she didn't know how to handle the mob and she did it in the wrong way. So I mean, I can't fault her for being naive and new and not understanding what was happening. Yes, it's a drink. It's called beer.
Okay, thank you. No, sorry, I was picking up.
He's not asking you for a drink, Saggy. He's getting one through the drive-through.
I want a drink.
No, he's got to make sure that order is correct for those tips, which you respect. I respect working men, women. Respect, Jarbo.
Oh my God, dude! Tips have been insane, like insane. If the weather is terrible in Washington right now, nobody wants to go out, so they're like, "Bring me Subway," and they paid me $16 to take them Subway, literally 2 miles away from their home.
Nice.
So
good job.
So I'm gonna go back to hustling. I might do a stream later on, and we might talk about it. I don't know.
I gotta I'll listen to it tomorrow at work.
Yeah, I just want to say, like, I like Brian, I like Saggy, I like Zod. I respect their opinions, even when we agree or disagree. And you know what? That's how the conversation should go. So keep up the good work, everybody, and remember, watch out for plungers because they can rot. Apparently,
I subbed to that Twitter channel. Saggy told me about that Twitter user about Matt Jarbo's Plunger Twitter account.
Yeah, if you guys want to follow the Plunger, they could use some support because they're hurting. So I encourage everyone. I'm going to post a link. Go give Matt's Plunger a follow because they need. Go give Max dogs the bone too as well because they're barking.
Yeah, follow the Plunger account. I guess maybe that's the thing you don't want to waste your time on. But Whoa, okay, guy, not watching the road. Okay, I better get out here. I'll see y'all later.
Later.
Later, buddy.
Oh man.
All right, Kelly. All right. Final thoughts, Brian or Saggy, and then Brian.
Your dogs are so distracting.
I know it's the
Callie's bringing the fire now.
My final thought is I understand everyone's issues. I respect everyone's opinion. I still stand by the fact that I think that she's new, she's inexperienced, she's learning how things are, and hopefully this is a learning experience for her. I get what Ray is saying. I do feel like maybe yes, she should actually acknowledge that what she did was kind of stupid. I've had to have that happen where I said something stupid and I had to apologize and admit fault. It's about accountability, and I feel like maybe that she does need to stop letting people let her ignore that she did make a boo-boo. So I will say I would understand people's respect, but I still stand by her. I think she's a nice person. I think she doesn't mean anything malicious, but I that's why I stand by her. So that's my final thought.
All right, Brian.
Well, tonight's been fun. I do apologize if I did say anything.
No, never.
Never
apologize.
Or anything like that. Because I understand the merits of it. But
you helped create a great show tonight.
At the end of the day, I don't. Okay, I can see why she got fired. I understand that part. Whenever you say anything that can make your company look bad, it's never a good look, anyways. I think it was an optics fail from the word go. Maybe on both sides. Maybe Disney could have handled the situation a little bit differently. Maybe we could handle the situation a little bit differently and quit getting offended by everything. Like, I think that's like a personal choice you make to be offended by something. So, whether you're on the right wing, get offended by somebody that says on the left, or you're on the left wing and you get offended by, somebody opening their mouth on the right. So it's like, I think I said it before last year, around the same time when everything started jumping off. People just need to chill out. Okay. Get back to the basics. Call your mom, for Christ's sakes. Like I did.
Great.
I haven't. If you know me, I know
that was hard. Yeah.
With my mom and stuff like that. So over the last, and her birthday's coming up, so it's good to get back on the
right. It's not
get back on the bandwagon again. But right. I just say, hey, even if somebody said something that pissed you off 6 months ago during everything, the height of 2020, is it really worth all that, or is it okay to just let it go? And I think as a society, we need to start, quit being so hard all the time and just let stuff slide.
Great. Wow. Final thoughts from Brian. Zod, can you follow that up?
I've got to concur with Brian here. You gotta step back and forgive, because life is too short. There's a lot of things that have happened. A lot of people, people are dying, real world circumstances, lots of bad things, and arguing over basically sweating the small stuff, especially when it comes, to family and friends. It's just important to, try to stay positive and try to look past your differences and be and just be happy and thankful that you have great people in your life.
Can we start this hashtag? I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Forgiveness culture.
Sorry, go ahead, Zod. Sorry, Zod.
No, that's great. I agree with that completely. And just for the record, I don't believe that Gina should have been fired. But it is at this point, that's the reality. So hopefully she finds some positivity down the line. I don't really think that this Ben Shapiro thing is the best thing for her as an actress. I think she needs to kind of distance herself from this, because I think in this situation, again, like what we were saying earlier, actors and actresses should really stay out of politics.
Right.
And just do their thing, because once they get involved in politics, it's like people opening their mouths of things that they don't know anything about. It's just like she said.
Same thing here.
She straight up admitted in this interview that she didn't really have any clue. And it's like when you're if you're in that situation, Gina, just keep doing what you do. You're a talented actress. You have a lot of stuff. You're a beautiful person. You should just focus on what you want to do and leave the politics to the politicians and the masses. I mean, what's the point? I absolutely abhor politics. I can't stand it, left or right. I think politics is absolutely nuts, and the way it's divided the country is offensive to me, because if you actually think about it, the very word politics, if you actually look up what politics means, it means BS. That's what it means. And you've got so much division because of it. And I think, I think Gina should just do Gina and try to find a better path for herself, because I don't think Ben Shapiro is the way. Okay.
No,
that's not the way.
This is the way for her to be on the show. This is not the way.
It's like, I think Chris Rock said it best. If someone steps on your sneaker, let it slide. There's no sense spending the rest of your life in jail because someone smudged your Puma.
Yeah, that's great.
Hashtag forgive Gina.
All right. Well, here's my final thing. It's great. I want to, Ray. We should get this hashtag.
That's a good hashtag.
Hashtag forgiveness culture. But I would say it does.
Yeah, it links. I clicked it to see what it is, and I don't think that would be the one, because people will be like,
Okay, some weird stuff with that. Okay. But I would say a caveat is that you have to try to be better. Like people say, never apologize, double down, and don't even play the game of progress. Like always move.
Just pick your battles. You know what I mean? Like
pick your battles. Okay.
Be a little more strategic.
All right. Well, I think that's where we're gonna end it. Oh, man, I will when she admits that that it was dumb, instead of like acting like she's a Mother Teresa with her tweets.
But here's the thing.
I was really trying to expose the bullying. I wasn't trolling.
Here's the thing about forgiveness. Forgiveness isn't meant for other people. It's for yourself.
Oh, that's true.
When you're willing to forgive somebody else, you can let go. So that's why
she didn't offend me personally, so
right. But that's
I
what I'm saying. If people need to understand the power of forgiveness, right? That's the power of forgiveness. Like, it's for you. It's not for other people.
All right. Let's end it. Thank you, panelists. Thank you, Saggy Melons. Go sub to Brian, Master of None. Go sub to Zod Rider.
I'm 9 subs away from 400.
I need that for so many thumbnails.
You just need a little ding to go off with it.
By the way,
that's right.
I'm 9
Positive.
Little guy.
I'm 9 subs away. I'm 9 subs away from 400, and the only reason why I actually care is because Snowdub said that I would get to 400 by March, and I'm trying to do it before to prove him wrong.
I think you will.
Prove
I think
him
you will.
wrong.
I'm actually over 200 now, so I'm happy. I'm moving up too, so it's a good thing, man. I mean, just get excited. You should get excited.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Geeks Getaways is saying he can deliver. I don't know about that. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, she said you're.
Yeah,
vote no on Geeks Getaway for PlayStation Plus podcast. Vote no.
Listen, he's welcome. He's welcome on mine. You guys know I don't mind having the tough talks, and I'm completely open as long as it's civil. We can be fine.
All right. Let's end it. There's lots of. Thank you, chat. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye,
everybody.